I'm Ariana with Fresh Pair of Eyes. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, Deborah has a rule that she doesn't make jokes about friends. When it comes to comedy, do you have any rules? Do you make jokes about friends, or do you have anything that's off limits?
Good question. I get in trouble a lot. So I should have rules. And as the older I get, the more that it's because I think it's the dating world, being single, where people are like, they're like, I don't like your reflexive, what did somebody the other day said, your reflexive sarcasm could be a problem. And I was like, in some circles it is, in other circles, it's award winning. No. So I get in trouble for not changing, like, okay, when we go in there, it's the doctor's office. Let's just keep, stay focused. So that embarrasses my son and stuff. And I try not to make jokes, but everyone else has to teach me about not doing things. I would just go for it and hope that everybody trusted me, that my heart was pure, even though I'm mocking them. It doesn't mean I don't love them and respect them. But yeah, I don't. And I try not to make too many jokes. That's not true though. I do. I don't know what I won't joke about.
Oh, well,
That's
that's
a really,
okay
I know
too.
that's a really good, I won't make fun of myself as much anymore. Like I can't be like, oh, I'm so disgusting. I have to be more like, I love me. Like you're not allowed to be insecure anymore. So I have to fake that. So that's about it, I guess. Yeah. Not saying I'm fat or whatever.
Yeah. I've been working on not being as self-deprecating because I'm like, oh, that must actually come from someplace, and so I shouldn't
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, they don't like it in women anymore. It used to be like, oh, I'm so like, I don't put on any false airs. I'm so real and I'm self-deprecating. And now it makes especially as I gotten older, nobody likes an insecure old lady. You got to be like, I'm a matriarch, like the mayor. You got to come in like with like, all good. I will be your
Yeah.
leader, your matriarch. What questions can I answer? How can I guide you, youth, or whatever? You got to have it together. That's my goal, at least.
Yeah. If a mayor or elected official did what Mayor Joe got caught doing, because we don't know everything about elected officials, what would your reaction be?
Well, my reaction first would be like, how on earth did you manage? I think it's three men on a Zamboni, I
Yes.
believe. This is coming out after I was told. Okay, so, but
Mhm.
even when I was reading about it, I was like, three? Okay, that's a lot of activity. Where's like what foot's going where, what hand is going? Like I was like, how do they all fit on there? So I think if I heard about that, I'd be like, now how on earth, like, and of all the places when you're looking around, like you could go to the restroom, go to the handicap bathroom stall. It's a great place to have a three-way. If it's obviously not being used during business hours. I want that to be clear. I don't want to hurt any handicapped people who want to use it, unless they're into what's going on. Okay, now I'm inviting people into my and now I'm like, please, people, will yourself. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to get everybody in trouble. I'll stop. I would be shocked. I would be shocked to hear that somebody was having a sex scandal with it. But for a woman, how exciting, right? If you heard that she'd had like a three-way, wouldn't you be like, okay, this is
Yeah.
it? I think so.
Especially in Vegas, it's like, okay, you found a cool place, like to chill.
And I love how they handled that too. I have to say that every time we were during the shooting of it, every time I got to say the line of like, "Hey, man, like, judge me all you want. This is who I am, and this is Vegas. So fuck it. That's the joy of this
Yeah.
city." And yeah, it was super. Every time I'd get a little, like, what's well, goosebumps sounds so babyish all of a sudden. I got goosebumpy, me goosey and the bent, like, but give me like chills. Let's say chills. That's a better way to put it.
What do you think of the Nora Ephron quote that Deborah brings up? Of when you slip on the banana pill, people laugh at you, but when you tell people you slipped on the banana pill, it's your laugh.
It's funny because when I first read that, I was like, oh, that's looking because I know. Oh my God, I'm like, I knew that. I've always felt that's always in my MO in life, just as a human, to say it first, to be like, I'm gross, I know. Oh, not anymore. I have to be like, I'm great. But like I always want to be preemptive about it. That's so it wasn't in fact, that was actually, it's funny you say that. That was a moment because I'm always about like what's true, being truthful, being honest, being true moments, true moments. And when it got to that one, it was hard for me to act like I learned something from that because I knew it already so much that I was like, well, I know that. Like I know that's deeply in me. Obviously the mayor's not exactly me, sadly. But yeah, I think it's completely true. It's funny to me that some people, not funny, that some people don't live by that. Like, oh, not everybody knows that.
Yes.
I don't mean to be like that, but yeah, I like it. I thought you were going to say you hate your neck, like that Nora Ephron, but I forgot there was the quote in the. Do you remember that? She wrote that book, I Hate My Neck.
Oh
Do you remember
no,
that?
but I could
Oh, you
picture
don't?
it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's awesome. She was awesome.
If you were the mayor, what would be your first act as mayor?
I am the mayor. I don't know what you're doing messing around with my reality. I am no. Every time people say like, "Oh, I love you on Hacks," I'm like, "I'm the mayor." That's because I feel so deeply connected to it. And so, oh, if I was mayor, what would the first? Just ask me what I would do.
Yeah, the first like law rule. What would you do?
I think that God, you know what? That was really I couldn't even think of a light answer to that because I immediately was like, I would start fighting for the NEA to not be taken away. I'd start fighting for like once it goes into like the real land of having power right now, it's so complicated, right? I don't have like a cute quip about like, I would make all the swimming pools be discos. Because that's already true in Vegas anyway. But the uh, I you know what? Here's one thing. This is a bit more light and fluffy for it. Like keep it happy. I live in Santa Monica, and every once in a while they change the colors of the city. Like they're like every sign that they try to do an over like, and they are so awful at it. And every once in a while, I'm just like, could you please let me help you with this? Please, I can do the colors for you. We can figure out a way to not make it feel soulless and awful here. So I think I would get rid of all of the really wealthy white people in there. And then see what kind of fun could happen after that. I'd be allowed to stay.
Yeah.
The rest of them, and I could get as rich as I wanted, but everybody else, get out of here with your tudes, your entitlement, and leave the fun people behind to figure out, ecstatic dancing on the beach or whatever they want to do.
What do you think should be Deborah's spinoff? Because they've been on
Deborah's
her back
spinoff.
about it for her TV show. That they've been on her back about it, but
Oh, right.
maybe not so much anymore since she got fired.
Spinoff for like what would she? I
It
don't
wouldn't be
know.
Deborah's show, it would be Anthony's Anderson, but the spinoff of Deborah's late night show.
I don't know. What happens in an interview if you don't know something? Do you get to cut it out or does it become the interview? Like right now, this is a part of it, right?
Yeah, I can cut it off if you
No,
want
you
me
can keep
to.
it. You can keep it. I don't mind it. I don't need to have I'm not like, oh, let me make it seem like I knew what I was saying. I don't need that. I don't need that at all. But I can't think of it. My self absorption's so high. I'm just like I could think of as the mayor's spinoff, the mayor's spinoff. Give the Deborah, I don't know. Do they mention in the episode what she wants to do?
He
Did
doesn't
she
know.
ever say?
And I kind of don't think there needs to be a spinoff. I think there's too many spinoffs of things.
No, I agree. I always get kind of uncomfortable. I always think, oh, that's a spinoff just means one more step before you say, you're done. I don't mean dead, but you know what I mean? That you're
Yeah,
like, oh,
until
I
the show's
tried
like
that.
kaput.
Yeah, it's like a way of saying like, oh, I'll just go ahead and take this check and a little bit of embarrassment, but at least I got another job right away. Like it doesn't seem always but she could do whatever she wanted. Really. Maybe a Golden Girls. They got her involved in something like that. For one second, I was like, was Jean Smart already in Golden Girls? She would be so mad. She would get so mad at me, which she does not in a real way, but I several times she's like, Lauren, okay, Lauren, watch it, which I love it. She gets
Yeah. And who do you think would be a good guest on Deborah's late night show, or even a musical guest that you'd be like, I would actually stay for an episode of that, you as Lauren or even you as the mayor?
Oh my God. I would love to see. Well, I just want to see him do anything everywhere as David Byrne. I would love to see some big or it's too bad that Richard Simmons is dead. Is gone, I should say. Dead sounded harsh, like judgmental. Dead. He's gone. He's passed. But he'd be a great guest. I'm kind of stuck in the 80s guests, apparently. I'm like, everybody who's on MTV, Richard Simmons and Jonathan Winters. Just, Or to take on offensive male comics who are just dicks, you know, that you get on there and you have a chance to like, I won't name who I think that is.
Knowing look. Well,
Right.
thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Congrats on this and all your other projects. You're booked and busy.
I know it's been a fun year as long as this thing, but yeah, thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks for wanting to
Okay.
talk.
And also thank you for Best Week Ever. And I love those all of those series. Literally shaped my career.
Okay,
Well,
the only
that
other
started.
person that has ever said that to me, because I've one time in my adult life was Quinta Brunson, right from Abbott. She came up, we were doing a show together, and she comes up and she was like, just want to tell you, like everything, all the stuff you did, like I knew all the 80s. I just totally and I was like, she's lying. What was it? I mean, I did those, but she really, and she was like, no, it's true. I know exactly why I watched you. I'm gonna write something for you. And based on that, I got the Abbott Elementary stuff. The same. That's so funny. I didn't know that those shows no, they were a big thing for a while. That's right.
Yeah, no, huge
Right.
thing in college. And that's
Yeah.
why one of the reasons I started my website, those shows in the suit.
Oh, wow.
Huge to
Totally.
me.
I know Joel McHale too. That's amazing. Great.
Oh,
Thank you for saying that. That's
oh, you're
awesome.
welcome. And
Thank
thanks for,
you.
oh, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll
Oh,
see ya.
oh. Well, you have a
Ariana.
good one.